What's up, everybody? James here, and welcome back to Victory Lane, where in this part we're going to be talking about what happened during the race, the post-race. This time it's in Austria at the Red Bull circuit. And anyways, guys, let's get this underway. But what happened at Austria? So Bottas comes in pole position. Hamilton had a good start. And Leclerc was up 3 places from his original grid spot, but he was in a gravel trap, so he's basically not a crash, but I think he overturned it, or should I say he overran it. He did it too fast, so you gotta time your corners right, man. You gotta time your corners right if you want to race, because if you don't time your corners right, then that's going to be a huge problem. And in lap 14, we see that Bottas, again, Bottas he had his issues, so he can just steer. And then and then right previously back, lap behind Hulkenberg had an engine issue, which I believe his engine just exploded because there's smoke coming off. There were flame. I believe the fire has begun. So therefore, that Renault racer Nico Hulkenberg retires. Sucks for him. He had a good car, decent car to be. He has a good car to be in the top 10 of the race, but he is out due to an engine issue, which I believe the engine that he used was actually an old engine that he was using. So there was a virtual safety car there, and about 3 laps there, it just came back. But then what happened? But then the but then Bottas, I swear to God, like Bottas, he just had some issues with his car, so I believe he's out. He just like I have a feeling. Don't get me wrong. I have a feeling that Bottas' season has not been pretty good due to the fact that he had some issues there. He wanted to turn it around this race, but he couldn't. So he was losing so many points this season, and due to the fact that he was out near a gravel trap, so he was out at lap 20. The Red Bulls were there were battles in lap 20 or over. It was good racing. Hamilton took the lead from Verstappen, but then Ricciardo was in third. So the two Red Bulls are chasing down the championship. We're chasing down the championship leader, and basically that Hamilton promised that he was in super soft tires, and that's basically a mistake that he did because he did not pit under the virtual safety car. He should have pitted that way he could get some fresh ones so that he could stay longer. If he would have get some fresh tires, then he would stay longer. Out longer instead of having to deal with the old worn out tires, and that actually literally cost him the race. He had to pit and had to go for some yellow soft tires, to say the least. So he came out pits in P4, between the two Ferraris here, and yeah, so far during the race it's been pretty decently well done, decently good. But however, in lap 55, there were some losing gear. I don't know what happened because I believe that Ricardo was having a good race after all, but he didn't. But he didn't have the. Yeah, he didn't have the right gear ratio to say the least, so he ended up on the grass. Which I believe. Before I can continue this, happy birthday to Daniel Ricciardo. Happy birthday to him. It's his birthday today, and yeah, so Hamilton had to come in again for super sauce. He knew that his soft tires were not good. And then Hartley in lap 58. Hartley just had it. I don't know what happened to it, but he had a mechanical issue. Something's wrong with his car. So at turn 9, so he pulled out of the race. He retired from the race, and then here's the other problem, which I was in shock. Lap 64, Hamilton, who was the championship leader, he had a good race, but due to his misguidance of a use for tires, he is out of the race. He's out of the race, and that would heavily impact his championship, to say the least, because he's going to receive no points. And with how Vettel's standing right now, it's possible that Vettel's could potentially retake the lead of the championship. Hamilton got out, was out of race due to loss of power. So apparently, again, I believe that Hamilton was using his old engine, so that's where he lost his power. And his engine was so worn out that he couldn't just go. And so, yeah, through the final lap, Verstappen, which I believe Verstappen, he won his first race of the season. So Verstappen wins, Raikkonen in second, and Vettel in third, which I believe Vettel is going to retake the championship lead. I'll update you on the driver standings, to say the least. So yeah, here's the local results. Verstappen finished in first. He won the race. Raikkonen in second, and Vettel in third, finishing off the podium. Grosjean in fourth, Magnussen in fifth, Ocon in sixth, Perez in seventh, Alonso in eighth. Alonso had a pretty good race there. So does Magnussen and Grosjean for being top 5. They had a good race. Leclerc, Ericsson finished in the top 10. Gasly finished in 11th. Stroll in 3rd. Sturks in 14th. And Van Dorn finishes in 15th place. Now, what I'm impressed with Leclerc, because I think Leclerc is a rookie here this season. So a rookie getting that many points, that's impressive. That was actually impressive for his sake. Like, that's where he got the ball rolling, because in his if he's in his rookie season, he could actually be going through a phase where he can actually get some more points, and by next season he could actually end up being a contender for a championship, for a driver's championship. Who knows? Maybe he was able to work out on his strategy, but depending on what happens this year's races, his strategy seems to be working. So props to him. And so the driver's standings after that, Sebastian Vettel retakes the lead only by 1 point, because Lewis Hamilton got a DNF. He was out of the race due to an engine issue. So Hamilton was in second. Raikkonen closing the gap due to a second place finish. Daniel Ricciardo and Max Verstappen closing in on his teammate. Max Verstappen closing on his teammate Ricciardo. And Valtteri Bottas in 6th place for Mercedes. So yeah, it's getting pretty crazy over here. And as for Leclerc, Carlos Leclerc, he's in 14th place with 13 points. Man, what a season he's having. He has 13 points. Like, I believe almost most of his for each rookie this year. So that was good for him. Take a look at the Constructors. Ferrari leading the Constructors Championship by 10 points on Mercedes. Red Bull in third. They're closing in. They need to string 1-2 finishes for future races, but hoping they'll go there. And yeah, that's pretty good, to say the least. And it's Max Verstappen's first race win. So yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good for Max Verstappen. It really boosts his confidence over here. And yeah, that's all the time we have for Victory Lane, the post-race show. Again, like this video, give it a thumbs up. Tell me if you like it. You're not comment down below on what you think of this race, because I believe that race this race could have gone a little bit better. There's like some mechanical issues, but yeah, like some mechanical issues, but so far it's just pretty much a fight for the drivers championship race right now. So yeah, subscribe to my channel for more. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. And the next race will be at the British Grand Prix, which is Lewis Hamilton's home race. And who knows? Let's see if Lewis Hamilton can win his home race. Not only can he win in his home race, but can he come back to take the lead in the Drivers' Championship? And also, can the Mercedes bounce back over the two DNFs, the two crashing out, and just retake the lead in the Constructors' Championship? Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next race at the British Grand Prix at Silverstone.